Welcome to day 6 of the American Cup, the post-game show where we show you today's highlights. I'm Katerina Nemcova and I'm here with Yasser, Seirawan and Cristian Chirila.
See you, Katerina. Yasser.
Absolutely, Cristian, Kate. There was a lot of highlights in day 6. We'll start with the elimination bracket for the Women's Championship as Nasi was doing so good in game 1. She had put everything together. Blunder alert coming up. Can't play knight d6, the rook is hanging. That was why she played rook f2.
Oh, queen b7. Queen b7, knight d6.
Oh no.
Queen b7, knight d6.
Nasi just forgot about...
Irina is surviving now?
Oh yes.
Oh yes. And
that's
Nasi, Irina, lucky Irina crush. And she knows it. She knows it. Oh, let me get to that.
Whoa, rook takes c7. Oh, that's a piece. And resignation comes on the board.
Oh, wow, there was
rook
a back rank checkmate.
There's a back rank checkmate. Irina moves on to the elimination bracket finals.
It was 2-0 Irina, but it wasn't from the positions. And that was a heartbreak story, but you've got other heartbreak story, Levon's story.
Absolutely. In the elimination bracket, in the open section, it was these two guys, Levon Aronian versus Sam Sevian, who faced each other in the first round in the quarterfinals of the American Cup as well, just a few days ago. And it was pretty much the same story. It was all Levon. Let's take a look in this one. And something that he has been doing very well throughout these matches is that he plays very fast. At this point, you can already see 4 minutes and 30 seconds against only 45 seconds for Sam Sevian. Sam Sevian, on the other hand, he was playing really good chess. And right now, he has a better position. Queen to e2, Levon proposing the trade, accepted by Sam, c4, bishop to d4. And this is the battle that we're seeing right now. This bishop on d4 is an absolutely tremendous piece. But Sam Sevian really makes some good moves at this point. Take on d3, rook to e5. You're starting to see rook takes b5. Knight to f5 is a big threat in the position. And take advantage of this pin. I'm going to get out of that diagonal. Knight to f5. Rook to d5. As you can see, only exclamation marks for Sam Sevian. Knight to g8. What a great move. And only with 5 seconds on the clock played. Rook to b7, he was doing everything right. Rook to d7, rook to b8, bishop takes f5, g takes f5, rook takes f5. I'm a pawn to the good right now, and I have this super majority on the king side with his f and g pawns. Knight to e7, rook to b6, knight to g6, and rook to e3. And at this point, with 54 seconds on the clock, what he should have done is just simply play the move knight to h4. You're an extra pawn to the good. Get this rook off f5 and then go with the knight to f5. He plays the move rook to e7, which loses on the spot because of rook takes g6. This knight was defending that rook on e7, and unfortunately, after rook to g6, there's just simply no way out. Levon Aronian moves on and takes the lead in this one. Let's see what happened in the second game. Well, in the second game, Sam came with some really good preparation in the Gioco Piano, but at this point, after Levon pretty much solidified the position with this d5, d4 idea, well, Sam Sevian started maneuvering with the rook, as we will see in the next many moves. Rook to a3, rook to b3, bishop to e7, rook to h3, the other rook as well, queen to d7, and this rook will never get out from this side of the board. Bishop to d2, bishop to d6, and rook to b5. It was all Levon. Simply put, you were never able to get the rook out. Rook to g5, bishop to e7, rook to e5, bishop to d6, rook to g5, bishop to e7. Basically, this rook came back and Levon just simply won in the endgame because he was playing with an extra piece. He won the second game as well, 2-0, and moves on to the elimination bracket finals.
Thank you, Cristian. In the classical women's championship.
Yes, moving on to the women's champions bracket. Alice Lee, she got lucky. Tatev Abrahamian was winning in the end game, but then just gifted Alice a draw. Let's take a look. Tatev now needs to make an important decision. She's down to her 15 seconds.
We'll trade rooks and we'll just put the rook.
15 seconds, let's see what she goes for. Rook f7.
Oh.
Rook g2.
But I have check on... No.
No,
No,
Before it's not helping.
Be careful now, Tatev. Don't. Rook takes h4, king b4. Wait a minute.
She
blundered.
Oh, what a blunder.
She blew it.
draw. Oh my goodness. Tatev was just on the verge of winning. She has allowed Alice to make equality. Let the win just slip right out of her fingers.
She played an amazing game. She truly did.
And
she understands that.
She let victory slip away.
King takes e4, and that's officially a draw. And officially, Alice Lee moves on to the Champions Grand Finals.
I mean, you just gave me the game, says Alice. That was one of the worst games I played, says Alice.
Kudos
Me
to Tatev for an amazing fight.
Truly.
She kept the pressure on. She got a winning position.
And
all
she
the way
goes to the elimination bracket.
Yeah.
With Irina, she may make a comeback. Definitely heartbreaking for Tatev. Oh, that was bad. But in the number 1 versus number 2 champions bracket between Hikaru and Fabi, boy, it went down to a blitz playoff. Take a look. All right, as we see the players are making a draw, very eventful draw, as with this draw, it will be 1-1, and the players will, both Hikaru and Fabi, are going to be playing a playoff, a blitz playoff.
45 minutes from now, these two players will duel in a blitz playoff.
Nice.
Fabi's looking for Chris Bird.
I think Fabi's going to feel like he dodged a little bit of something here, and Hikaru's going to feel like, that was a pretty decent game. Bishop to d8.
Knight f5.
Oh!
Fork at the end.
Very impressive victory. It almost seemed from the opening that Hikaru got a position and he just played it.
He did. He played a great game.
The knight stuck, the bishop stuck.
E7.
D2 is hanging.
Takes d2.
Queen d5. And Hikaru has got the game. There's no moves for Fabi.
Oh my goodness.
His knight is stuck, his rook is stuck.
Wow.
Draw. Hikaru is the champion of the winners
of the champions bracket.
Of the champions bracket. He's guaranteed first or second place and the $15,000 bonus. Bobby nearly won on demand. With the black pieces, he was really, really close. I think he missed some chances.
I would say he was one move away from winning this game. Take a look at what could have happened. King to g8, and at this point, what Hikaru had to do, and he's been doing this for many, many moves at this point, all he had to do was to go queen to a8, king to g7, queen to f3, and try to pretty much repeat the position. He did not do that. He played the move bishop to c2, rook to c1, very good start for Fabiano, and after bishop to d1, a simple win, but not a simple win when you have only 5 seconds on your clock, and that is rook takes d1. Ooh. You can take this bishop, especially with the king on g8 right now, because after queen takes d1, knight to d3, there's just simply no way to stop me from going knight to b2 and promote. I'm going to use this knight as a decoy. You can go queen to c2, knight to b2, you can take my piece, but guess what? Once I get another queen, I have the extra bishop. This is a simple win, and this would have forced a second match in their blitz playoff, but it wasn't it to be for Fabiano, and Hikaru wins the champions bracket.
Very impressive. Speaking of brackets, Kate, tell us about them. Let's start with the ladies.
Yes, let's take a look, because here it is Alice Lee who managed to defeat today Abrahamian. Actually, today they made a draw, but she defeated in the match because she did win the first game. Big congratulations to Alice Lee.
Absolutely, and in the elimination bracket.
Here it is now Irina Krush, who was able to, let's go to the men's elimination bracket, where Fabiano Caruana is now gonna challenge Levon Aronian.
Okay, and we'll do the open champions bracket.
There, Hikaru Nakamura won today against Fabiano Caruana the match, and he is the Open Champions bracket champion.
And the women's elimination bracket. Tell us about that one.
So Tatev Abrahamian got defeated by Alice Lee, and now she is going to challenge Irina Krush.
Okay. And our congratulations to our two champions bracket winners.
Great games by international master Alice Lee, who is the champions bracket champion.
With a $9,000 extra, and in the open,
it is Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura, and he is earning $15,000. Congratulations.
Absolutely, really played well. Tomorrow, we don't have any classical play, but we do have...
We don't have classical because Alice Lee and Hikaru Nakamura, they get to enjoy St. Louis and the greatest restaurants here.
Right.
And in the elimination bracket, we will have the whole match, 2 rapid games, if necessary, blitz playoffs, and tomorrow we're gonna know who's gonna challenge the champions.
We might have a shorter day tomorrow without the classical games, Cristian.
Absolutely. And once again, congratulations to the Champions Bracket champions, because Hikaru and Alice not only get that cash bonus, but they also get the resting, which is extremely important.
An extra life.
And an extra life.
For the champions
And
finals.
they're waiting for the winners between Irina Krush and Tatev Abrahamian, for Alice Lee, and of course Levon Aronian and Fabiano, who they always give us absolutely epic matches.
It's lovely calling the action with you both. We really enjoyed it. The highlights really were something to enjoy. We hope we see you tomorrow for day 7, is it? Wow, of the American Cup. Good night, everyone, from St. Louis.
tomorrow.
Wow, what a